Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. It is currently my first playthrough of the game, and it is part 18 for that playthrough. It is also the 5th of October 2017. Okay, I'm just keeping track of where I'm at in my recording so that I can keep track of how long I'm going to be recording in total here just for this one video. I've decided that I'm going to go fight this guy here because I can. It just seems like a nice idea. But yeah, we're going to be able to get lots of Twinkling Titanite, more or less, by the end of this video, hopefully, so that'll be pretty good. Just doing as much damage as I can to this guy within a short space of time, because I want to kill this guy as soon as possible. Because this confrontation is actually rather boring, I could always speed it up. Should I do that for you guys? Maybe I will. And that is it for this guy. See how many he drops. He might just drop one or two. Excellent. We will be able to upgrade our Demon Spear maybe once or twice. I'm not too sure. How many Demon Titanite do we have? I think we have a decent amount. And that's exactly where you check for Demon Titanite, Doomlink. We have exactly 4. It's not too bad at all. Alright, so here we are. We're going to go and double check to see how many times we can actually reinforce this bugger. I'm going to reinforce it twice. It'll be at +4. This is beautiful. Okay, so we're 1 off. +5 on the Demon Spear. And once again, I don't think we're going to be using anything else with Demon Titanite in this game. Or at the very least, we won't be using Demon Titanite on anything else. That's what I mean to say. But anyway. Okay, mate. Be able to do a bit of damage to you. Apparently, this is the longest spear in the game. This is even longer than the pike. I thought the pike was longer than this thing, but no. Or rather, I thought the pike was the longest spear in the game, but I forgot about this thing, so... Yeah, this is, I suppose, really long indeed, but also has the benefit of scaling as we like for this build. These guys have strong lightning resistance, I think, so it doesn't really do as much damage as it possibly can, so it might look a little bit less effective than it actually is, but anyway, what we're going to do is Homeward Bone back to the previous bonfire. And I don't know if I want to really use this. Maybe I'll... Actually, I think I have a chunk or two now. I don't know. We'll see what we've got here. Maybe we can... Yeah, we can upgrade this again. This is very good. Wait, is that what I wanted to do? I wanted to hold off on my chunk use, didn't I? I wanted to actually upgrade my Murakumo a little bit. Well, let me think about when I'll actually be farming that. You know what, I'm actually going to upgrade the Lightning Man Serpent Greatsword first and foremost, because by the time I get the very large ember, I'll probably be able to farm chunks anyway. So that shouldn't be a problem. By the time I actually am able to upgrade that weapon, I'll be able to get as many as I want. So while I can't get as many as I want, I may as well upgrade the Lightning Man Serpent Greatsword with what I do have. Sounds like a plan, right? So, fuck this spear, I'm going to equip this thing, which is going to do 488 damage. This is officially my strongest weapon now, as far as just overall right-hand weapon damage. But of course that is not necessarily going to be a static amount of damage for every single enemy that you fight, because, you know, some enemies will have lightning resistance, some will not. Anyway, we are going to Homeward Bone back to whatever bonfire we last rested at, and that doesn't really matter which one, because we can just warp to the main bonfire. So what we're actually going to do first and foremost, before we do anything, because we are going to be going to Ash Lake, and I will show you the journey, because it's an interesting journey, for sure. But basically, we want to warp to Firelink Shrine. What I'm doing here isn't necessary for the Ash Lake run, it's just something that I want to do while I remember to do it, and while I have a few souls on hand, I want to buy as many Homeward Bones as I possibly can. Because while in Dark Souls 2 you do have that feather thing. The reason why I refer to Dark Souls 2 is because I played Dark Souls 2 more recently than I played this game, okay? So I remember more about Dark Souls 2 than I usually do. Whenever I played this game last time, I just didn't have Dark Souls 2 in my mind at all, like in 2015. I was not thinking about Dark Souls 2. Even though I had only played it the previous year at that time, I just, you know, that game was far removed from my mind. I didn't even want to think about it, so yeah. That's why I don't think I really talked about Dark Souls 2 back then, but nowadays, oh yeah, I might as well talk about it, because I think maybe some of you would have more knowledge about Dark Souls 2 than this game. Whereas it's more or less the opposite for me. I really don't play Dark Souls 2 that well at all. I just kind of play it well enough, but not like I'm really good at the game, because I'm not really good at the game. I'm just normal at Dark Souls 2. Kind of fun to play from time to time, but it definitely rubs me the wrong way, especially when I try to compare it to the likes of this game in Demon Souls. Not really a fan of Dark Souls 2 overall, personally, but you know what, it does the job as a Souls game. But I definitely would not go further into the series past Dark Souls 2, because I just don't believe after Dark Souls 2 that they can redeem themselves. I did play Bloodborne, and I couldn't stand that game. It was fucking pathetic. It was the most pathetic attempt at a game I'd ever seen. Well, not, maybe that's going a bit far, but I've played some pretty shit games, and Bloodborne isn't one of them, but it's definitely, compared to the other games in the Souls series, even Dark Souls 2 felt refreshing compared to that piece of shit. So, yeah, after playing Bloodborne and after seeing the poor excuse of a Souls game that Dark Souls 2 was compared to the original Dark Souls and Demon Souls, I just don't really feel like giving Dark Souls 3 a chance. I haven't seen anything about Dark Souls 3. I know nothing about it. I didn't know that Dark Souls 3 existed until maybe, I don't know, a year after it came out. I don't even know when it came out. Did it come out last year? I didn't find out about it until this year, long story short. I was like, Dark Souls 3? That's a thing? It was a bit weird, but yeah, anyway. I just don't really care for those games. I don't really want to, you know, crap on about it all the time. It is a conversation that I go on, or that I get on all the time, or more like a rant that I get on all the time. And actually now, while I think of it, because I'm not going to be going to New Londo Ruins to get the very large ember immediately, I'll be going to the Painted World before I do that. So in the meantime, I might actually get that Firekeeper Soul that I was supposed to get in the very first episode of this Let's Play, so I'll actually do that now. And I'll use one of my Homeward Bones to my convenience while doing that as well, because after I do collect that, I will probably want to head back to Firelink for obvious reasons. So I will do that. Actually, I'll send this back up so that I don't have to pull it on my way back down. You know, from Firelink again. But yeah, I don't really want to talk so much about the, how do I say, other games in the series, because, you know, this game is good enough, and this is the game that I'm playing right now, and I also really love Demon Souls. This game and Demon Souls are the only Souls games for me, really. I say that, yet I do play Dark Souls 2 from time to time, but I really don't believe that Dark Souls 2 can compare very well to the others. This is another one of those really frame ratey areas, as you can tell. This is Blighttown level right now. This is really poor. This is like a constant frame rate of about 15, so pretty poor. Anyway, these ghosts here, we're just going to ignore them, I think. I can't remember if I fight them or if I ignore them, but anyway. Where is the... I can get some more transient curses here if I want. I don't really want to fuck with these ghosts too much. If I can actually remember where I'm going here. I think it's here, yeah, this is where I want to be. I think I do, actually, yeah. Because I know one of you guys come out. I'm getting stuck here simply because... Don't you pull me, arsehole. I will actually use one of my transient curses because I have come to the realization that actually I will need to use one. And I will need to fight these ghosts while I'm here, because otherwise it's going to be a bit annoying, so I'll just kill them while I am indeed hanging around. I think killing them at the very start of the game is not too difficult, but anyway. It's easy with Pyromancy, I remember that, but anyway. I would usually do it with like a Pyromancer build, but anyway. That's what I remember back in the old days, but regardless, let's go and slowly cross over this bridge. There will be a ghost that appears here. This is why we need transient curses, so that we can fight this guy. Or fight all the ghosts that come, really, because there are a lot of them, as you can tell. Don't you pull me in. Don't get hit by that, it's not ideal. Stop it, mister. As you can see, this is actually kind of difficult to do from the very beginning. So, I'm playing really poorly as well, which doesn't exactly help, but, can you stop it? My Jesus, these guys can hit through walls, that's right, and I need to be really fucking careful. They can't pull me through the wall, fortunately, that's one benefit to this, but, oh, can you stop? How annoying are these guys? Honestly, yeah, we're gonna have to go through a whole area with these guys. Where we are right now is a full-length area, this is not just some small place. If we continue in that direction, we'll be going in through a full-fledged area with these stupid enemies, so it's not going to be very fun. It's actually kind of fun, I don't mind it too much, but anyway, if we cross here, we will gain access to a Firekeeper Soul. Beautiful. And we will homeward bone the fuck out of here, because I couldn't be bothered walking back. Thank you very much. I think you guys know where to use a Firekeeper Soul, but I'll keep it in anyway, just in case you're interested. So it's been about 10 minutes since I started recording here for this video, so that's good to know. I've got about 10 minutes left. I think I can do a Ash Lake run in 10 minutes. That shouldn't be too hard. I will probably maybe take something off so that I can run faster, because doing an Ash Lake run, I'm going to try and like tap into old times, you know, like old experiences, old memories and old skills learned, because, you know, believe me, there isn't too much room for error when you're doing an Ash Lake run when you're at like Soul level 5, because that area is probably more appropriately leveled for Soul level 50 players, so yeah, it's you don't have too much room for error, like I said, but oh, do excuse me. Anyway, what we're going to do is head to Blighttown first and foremost, because we do need to get into the Blighttown area. To do that, I might take something off. I don't know what to take off to make me go faster. I don't mind, you know. That's not gonna be what I need about this. Still mid-rolling. I do want a shield. Okay, you know what we'll do instead? We'll take that off and then we'll put the other stuff on, because I bet that'll work. If we do, say, the Crimson Waistcloth, yep, that's going to be a fast roll. We'll just do that, I guess. Or maybe we'll see if the Crimson Waistcloth is 2. Or the Crimson Robe, whatever. Nah, okay. We'll just take it off, it doesn't matter too much. We will not be getting hit very much, don't you worry. I will be running through this. Let us begin. This is basically something that I did back when the Dragon Head glitch used to work. For those who aren't familiar with the Dragon Head glitch, you used to be able to do this kind of combo with the Dragon Head. Like, so you know how you would do a combo? Like, this is my memory of it. You used to, oh, I just got clipped on the edge of that. That kind of sucks, but anyway. Yeah, kind of like how you do a combo in a fighting game, you used to be able to do that with the Dragon Head equipped. If you don't know what the Dragon Head is, you'll find out soon enough, actually. It's like the Dragon Head Stone. And it basically allows you to breathe fire while using your stamina. Like, it consumes your stamina as you breathe the fire, but it consumes the stamina super fast, so it's actually not quite as amazing as you'd think. But, why am I toxic? Who the fuck is hitting me with that? That's really annoying. I'll have to have a moss clump. That's annoying as fuck. Okay, so I'm going to drink this, and then I'm going to have a blooming purple moss clump. Keep in mind, you can't just have a regular purple moss clump to get rid of the toxin. Okay, let's continue. Bang. Now we're going to go past the bonfire over here. We're not going to return... We're not going to rest at this bonfire here, rather. That's kind of annoying. I don't really want to do that. I never used to do it back then, so I'm not going to do it this time. We have to do it... we have to have more fun than that, guys. Anyway, this is not the way that I usually went. I usually go a different way. Slightly different to this. Like, more around there. I think it's easier for some reason. I trust my past self more than I trust my current self, okay? So that's just what I did back then. But anyway, as I was saying... you'd basically be able to take a soul. Like, this is my memory of it. It could be slightly wrong. This was a fucking long time ago, man. These guys are pretty good for large Titanite farming, I think, from my memory. I'm going to shield them simply because I don't trust myself. Oh, whoops. Slightly off target on that one. Okay. So we're just going to get out of the way of these guys. I don't want to fuck around with them too much. But yeah, anyway... To my memory, you used to be able to have, like, let's pretend that these homeward bones are a soul. You'd be able to do this weird combination and then breathe your fire. And then through breathing the fire, you'd actually consume the soul each time. You would otherwise have this stamina drained, and then it would be like an infinite consumption of these souls, and it was, like, really cool. That's what I remember from the Dragon Head glitch. It was good fun. I mean, I know some of you guys are like, oh wow, you started playing the game while doing a glitch, that's kind of a shame, but, you know, I don't look back on it negatively. I had like one character where I did that, and then I thought, you know, I'll go back to this character later and do it. Might as well light this for fun. But, yeah, it's just, I didn't want to play the game glitched out from the start. And it wasn't really from the start anyway, because I did one character, then I did a character with the dragon head glitch, and then I continued on that previous character and made other characters as well. So that's kind of what I did, and but anyway, you'll be able to see that as I continue through here, that this is kind of something that we can do without getting hit. That's kind of like my ultimate goal. The reason why I've lost health is simply because I have indeed been getting affected by toxin here. Actually, no, it's regular poison, isn't it? But regardless, oh, that's not where I usually go. Where do I usually go? Must be down here. Sorry, I just forgot. Can you forgive me, Master? It has been a while, but as you can see, I can still more or less do this accurately. You can see that it's necessary considering how fast that guy is tailing me, but anyway, there will be a ladder just coming up here. You can see that I'm used to doing this pretty quickly. And then you slide down this. Anyway, we will slide down here. This gives me memories of when I was thinking how great it was they introduced the sliding mechanic in this game, because in Demon's Souls they actually didn't have such a mechanic. You used to have to actually manually go down. And now, that was actually damage that we had to take. There's a soul over here that we use as a gauge, and we continue past through here. In case you have to do it again, don't get rid of that soul. Like, pick it up, rather, because that would be getting rid of it. That will that serves as your gauge, long story short. You can go through this area totally normally if you like, but I love to run through it as if I'm doing an Ash Lake run from, the very start of the game. It's just this great fucking feeling. I just really enjoy it. Oh, that's right. Getting hit by those guys is funny. The big mushrooms, oh man. The big mushrooms are just really intimidating for me. They just have this intimidation factor that has been drilled in me from the very earliest stages of playing the game for me. But basically, do not underestimate them. Do not get hit by them. Do not let anything happen. I was so complacent there, it's incredible. Like, I didn't even act as if I was in trouble. I will mention, though, if you are stupid enough to allow those small mushrooms to fall over on top of your face when you're at, like, soul level 5, you'll probably die. So, technically I did die a few times there, but I'll do an Ash Lake run on one of my builds. Maybe my next build. I'll promise you that. I'll do an Ash Lake run without leveling up in my next build, just for you guys. Because I think it will be nice to do that. I generally don't go to this bonfire over here, but I'm going to light it just for the sake of it. Might be a plan. It's nice to just have your bonfires lit anyway. I'm not doing a true Ash Lake run. I'm such a failure, but I will indeed do a true Ash Lake run from the beginning of maybe my next build, which will probably be a Dex build. There's no real benefit to doing that. Let me try to remember what I do when I mean, what? That's right, basically the reason, I just remembered why I never rested at those other bonfires. Oh, that kind of fucked me up, didn't it? Okay. I was being really silly there. The reason why I fucked up was because I went to go light that bonfire. Had I not actually gone to light that bonfire, I wouldn't have had that issue. See, I never light that bonfire, but I lit it this time instead of just running ahead like I normally did. I couldn't remember why I did that, but I used to do that. I need to trust my previous knowledge, not my current knowledge. My current knowledge is nothing. So I do stupid little things like that. Yeah, let's just go light the bonfire, because why not? The reason why you don't do that is because of what just happened there. The Hydra catches up to you and you get hit. It's as simple as that, yet I'm stupid enough not to trust my old self. It's just this weird thing in your head where you're just like, you feel, oh, well, if I fuck up, then I'll learn. It's just this subconscious thing where you think, okay, well, if it does end up being a negative thing, then I just won't do it again. But then when you do fuck up, you get annoyed about it, and you think, well, why did I do that? Why did I allow that to happen? It's stupid, but that's the reality of the situation. Regardless, I will see you guys back there. It's kind of annoying, I know, but don't worry, I will do a proper Ash Lake run at the beginning of maybe my Dex build, which will be Dark Souls number 2. And you'll see that maybe. Maybe you're going to see it right now if you're watching this in the future. I'll probably be pretty quick to move on to the next build of this game, because I have a feeling that I'll be done with this one pretty quickly as well. And I'm not going to do a New Game Plus playthrough immediately. I'll probably do something similar to what I did with Dark Souls 2, in that I haven't yet actually done New Game Plus playthroughs of that. I think I'll just start off doing 3 new game playthroughs of whatever I want to do to start with here in this game, and then I'll do new game playthroughs much later on. I will return eventually to Dark Souls 2 and do some New Game Plus runs of those builds. That is my ultimate plan. Maybe next year I'll do that. Maybe. But, yeah, for now that's not going to happen. So I will see you guys once again back in Ash Lake. I would do this on camera again, but I couldn't really be bothered. There's no real reason for me to show you again. I could always speed it up if you'd like. I feel like I'm going full... I didn't roll there because I knew that was risky, but I rolled anyway. What am I doing? Stop that. I need to get back onto one of these things. Is it? Yeah, it is this one. How did I fall off that? I just lost 13. How did I manage that? That was really weird. I made weird decisions right there. I got stuck on some kind of... I don't know what I was saying there. I was talking about something. When I landed there, I thought, okay, I won't roll because that might be a risk. It might push me too far forward. But then I decided, no, maybe I'll try it anyway. And then I rolled, and then I was in a shit situation, but I survived it. And then I made a strange decision after that and died again. It's very peculiar, isn't it? Like the things that I do. It's very strange. I'm playing like a fucking idiot, yet there's this strange disconnect between my knowledge of what to do in the game to succeed, and then there's like the actual physical process of me doing that. It's like those two things, the thought and the process, like the actual execution of thought, those two things are not happening simultaneously. Like there is no actual connection between those two things, and the result is basically failure, and it really sucks. I wish that just stopped happening. I don't know what the fuck's going on, and it's a real shame. But anyway, I'll see you guys once again back at Ash Lake, and we're not going to be picking up any humanity, because, yeah, I've lost 13 humanity. Isn't that beautiful? I think it was 13. It was either 12 or 13, but, you know, that's more than I really want to lose. I was thinking, oh, you know, I won't have a problem losing that humanity. I've walked around with builds, you know, with like 70 humanity in my counter without worrying at all, you know, because I just build it up over a period of time while doing PvP runs. You know, some builds had 99 humanity in the counter, and I just do stuff like that without a care in the world, because I didn't have an issue with... I didn't have a risk of dying, rather, at any point, because I just knew what I was doing. But, you see, I still kind of carried that sense of, like, oh, there's no real problem in my mind, because subconsciously I still feel that way, yet in practice, as I play the game now, I can't do that anymore. I have to be cautious. I have to play as if I'm not actually good at the game anymore, and it's fucking sad. But you see, I have no interest in actually playing the game regularly enough to maintain the same level of skill that I always had from the beginning. You see, this is the funny, ironic fucking thing that is happening here. I have no desire to maintain that skill, because I want to do other things with my time. I don't want to play the same game over and over and over again forever. That's just how it is. But anyway, I'm still on camera here, and I don't know why. I'll see you guys in Ash Lake. Alrighty, so here we go again. We are coming into Ash Lake, and there's that bonfire that has been lit by stupid old me. Just trying to think, do we need to actually kill the Hydra to do this? You know one thing? I shouldn't even, you know, avoid killing the Hydra. Let's just kill it now. I just realised that, you know, it's a little bit counterintuitive for me to be doing that at this stage. I'll do a proper Ash Lake run later, but for now I'll actually just kill this guy. So I'm going to do this in a different video. I will see you guys in part 18. No, this is currently part 18, isn't it? Yeah, so I'll see you guys in part 19 of my Let's Play. See you guys then.